Hi everyone. Well, it's hard to believe, but it's time to say Merry Christmas to all of you. We wish we could be visiting in person, but we are going to give you our personal wish list, what we have at home or what we would like to have. And I'm going to share with you, first of all, what Carrie, Linda, and our wish lists are, and then Joanne will follow up with what her and Krista have. There is some overlap, but you'll get, that means that must be really good if we all like it. So the first thing I love, and most of you know, the Stripology rulers. So this was the original one, and this is Joanne's. And the reason it's great that Joanne has this here, it's unpackaged. They've got the grip on the back. These are the rulers where the slits are every ½ inch and the markings are on them. I'm not gonna go over what they do. Hopefully that will be another YouTube video for us. We have, so this one is no longer made. They've replaced it with this extra large Stripology ruler, which has combined this ruler here, the squared ruler, with the original one I just showed you that Joanne had. So they've made it taller, higher this way, and they've added the squares onto it and two 60-degree lines in both directions, or sorry, 60 degree in either direction, the 45 in either direction. You can do hexagons, lots of stuff with these rulers. And there is also a mini, which I think Joanne and I have. I'm not sure who else does, but this is great for anything up to 6½ inches for squaring. And this works with 3/8 of an inch and 7/8. There is a little chart with those. And these rulers work with 1/4 inch and 3/4 inch. There's a chart with all of the rulers. And what you might have noticed, there are the arrows on this ruler of Joanne's. This is a package. Not sure if you can see the arrows in that or not. There's 4 sheets, or 3 sheets, sorry. And there's pink, blue, and green, and she does, this Gudrun Erla of GE Designs. She also has a Fiesta pack, so we'll have to order that one in too, which has 3 different colors in those packages. So that is one of our favorite things. And this is another sharesies between Joanne and I. We are both lucky enough to have the 20½ inch square. So anytime you're going, needing large pieces, so a 14 inch, 16 inch, I always grab this. I love this size just for a napkin. I go all the way around it, and you've got your napkins ready to go to hem, and they're done. And I know Joanne will talk about what she uses it for when she goes over them. Other great thing, the 60mm rotary cutter is awesome with your Stripology rulers. Not that you can't use your 45. This one allows you to go through 8 layers of fabric, and even if you're not using the Stripology, that's what you're going to be able to do. And my favorite blades are the Endurance blades. This is the 45mm one. We do have the 60mm ones on order because a gentleman purchased something for his wife today, not telling who it was. Might be one of you. So those blades they do last longer, and I've been listening to different video or different YouTubes from different people in the States that you've probably watched, and they all love them as well. The other thing, if you don't have a design wall or don't have a space, this will actually work even if you don't want to put it on the wall. It's the Pons and Porter one. This is the back, and it's sort of like a vinyl gridded part, and then the front is like a flannel. And I've got it set up on top of a board that I can actually pin on as well, but it's great. And I even used it before I had it up on a wall because I can lay it out, roll it up, and keep my pieces in place. So that's a great design wall. The Wonder Clips are one of my favorites as well, but many of you might not know we also have the mini ones, and Carrie loves these for bags. And these actually are the jumbo ones, and they're great because for the extra thicknesses, they will hold more than the mini one or the regular ones. So the mini ones are great for small little projects or little curves. They work amazing for that. So we've got those, and we've also got the 50 pack if you want to go sharesies with someone or just get 50 of your own. That's this size here, but you get more in the container. So Carrie and I split one of these one year, but I think I've broken some, so I need to get more. The other thing I love, and some of you saw it on the video, was the seam roller for opening your seams up. So I don't know if, I know a bunch of you have purchased it, so, and I've heard good good responses from you, but that's a great gift for a stocking. And batting seam tape. It's called heat press, and I used this just the other day. I take my batting pieces and I can lay them down with a low iron and put this on top, and even if they're not perfectly square, if there's a little gap between them, you can still use the seam tape to hold them in place so you can baste and not worry about it shifting. Now I've got, this is a jumbo bobbin saver, so any of you who have the new 770, 790, the new 5 series, and actually even the new 4 series, use the large bobbins, and this is the one that holds those bobbins, which they came out with a couple years ago, I think. There is also, we can get for regular bobbins, these are also available. Linda, this is the one Linda has, the Iron Maiden one. We all have these. A friend of Joanne's introduced us to them, and these are water sprayers, and it's just the finest mist when you spray. Works great for your hair, and Linda has 2 because she uses one for her spray starch and one for her water. So these, we all have one of these. They're terrific. So we have, for the spray starch, there's Best Press. This is the unscented. We've got some smaller ones that are scented. We also have a refill of this one that is 999 milliliters, and we have a jug one that Joanne bought. I think it's like 4 liters, which is a huge size, so you can share that with someone. But Best Press is where you're going to be using your jelly roll rugs. Anything you've got on a bias works great with the Best Press, and Joanne might give you some other ideas of how she's using it. Now, Carrie loves to mark with, and this is I have this pencil as well. It's the Fons & Porter mechanical pencil. It has the refills in it. And it will also, we've got the Prim refills in colors that will fit this pen, which is nice if you want a colored pencil. But it brushes, leaves a nice fine line and brushes off nicely. The other one I like to use is the Fine Line Mark Be Gone. This is a water erasable one. And at first when I used it, I thought I had to use a damp cloth, and then I watched some long arm quilters using it, and they spritz it away. So you continue to spritz that away till it disappears. Don't iron till that one is gone. The other one I like too is the white marking pen. And this one irons off, it's white, and it will iron off and not leave any residue. So you don't have to worry about it taking any color out of your fabric. The only thing is it's just in white, and when you first draw with it, it takes a while for the color to come up. I thought I had a dried up pen, but it wasn't dried up. It just, you need time for that white to lift. So if you're familiar with Pounce or even Taylor's chalk, that's what this product is like, the same stuff. Okay, we have, oh yes, scissors that have been really popular here, and Linda I think might have been one of the first ones to get these. These are the Karen K. Buckley scissors, and we now have the small, medium. Here's a small curved one. I don't know if you can see that, but it's curved up a little bit, so this is great for either embroidery or even if you're just trying to get underneath without trying to get the little tip under something. And I know here we don't have them, they're on their way. There's the large one, and they have a micro serrated blade, and they're fantastic. I've got the large and the medium, or sorry, large and small, and I think so does Joanne. And I'm not sure which, I think Linda might have all 3 of those. Now, going on to other utensils when we sew. Here's a selection of, whoops, not the tweezers. There's our stiletto selection. Carrie loves her tulip pink one, and it's very sharp. This is the Bianni's one, so it's a multi-purpose tool. There's the stiletto end, and then you've got an end you can actually use to press. We've also got the Hold It Precision stiletto, which has been a popular one as well, and you can iron, as you're showing, it's heat resistant. This is the one I've got at home, and it's the Fons & Porter. And the funny thing is, the story with this, and a few of you even have done this yourself, you can see that this colored part to the top is actually a cover. It's not the stiletto itself. So if you buy one of these, don't do what I did for a while using it, thinking, oh no, I've ruined the end, it's coming off. it actually comes off. But it's so hard to get off, you don't realize it. So not only me, I had 3 other people do exactly the same thing, and one actually threw hers out and replaced it. So just so you know, take that off, and then I actually got rid of mine because it's too hard to get back on, and I didn't need to worry about it. Where do you store all these things? Well, Joanne has there's her little stash and store, and that's the small version of it. We also have in the box, so you can see the length of it. It will be exactly like this, except it's longer, and that's what I've got beside my machine with absolutely everything in it. And what I do like on the large one, there's a slit down the middle, and that allows me to put little rulers in, just like they're showing here. Because when I'm doing my binding, I just pick up a small ruler to do that measuring of those. So let's see what else I've got here. Oh, and of course the slotted trimmer, which was demoed by both Joanne and I in recent videos, and we have some store samples that you might see later. There. Oh, and for quilting, I could not free motion quilt without my machingers. If you tried me bare hands, I couldn't quilt. So this has made a world of difference for me. Oops, there are those blades there. And Sewer's Aid also is a great help on your needles. If you can put just a drop on your sewing machine needle and rub it down the needle, and then you can also squeeze it down your threads if you're having any trouble with threads not getting through right properly or breaking. If they are breaking, you should also check and make sure your needle is a large enough needle, but that one there, that works really well with most problems that you would have. We do have some needles here that are the non-stick by Schmetz. They're an 80-12, and they're a Teflon, they're coated. I thought I had one out. We have to reorder them because we're almost sold out. But I used one last night to quilt with, actually, because it's supposed to help with any applique or going through layers. And I had sprayed, and I had 2 layers of batting, so I had lots of spray, and I had no trouble at all. So the needle did work really well. So that was my first experience with that needle. Alrighty, let's see. I think, oh, thread cone holder was Linda's other one. And this is, and we, I think, all have this one. Because of the large spools now, this is a metal stand, not the plastic one, so it's very steady. And then this will sit the back right-hand side of your machine. So if the machine is facing you, it would be at the back, and you'd run the line to your machine. Some of you might have a guide here that you can run it through and then get to your first guide. But I've even put my Marathon rayon threads on this. It works really, really well. And that was Carrie's suggestion, and I thought it was fabulous. So that worked great. Alrighty, I think I'm ready to pass this along to Joanne so she can go over all of her stuff. So thank you, everyone. Hope to see you in the store this December. Take care.
Good transition. Hi, everybody. Let's get my list here. Okay, so first of all, my favorite things, one of my favorite things, black magnetic pin holder. And you might all have a pin holder, but I'm all about look too, not just function, and black goes with my machine and everything else. So I actually have 2. So these are great, whatever color matches yours. The rotating mat. So these come in 2 sizes, 12-inch and 17-inch. The one that you see on the video with the mask is 17-inch that I have. Love it. When it's needed, and it works so great. Not for everything, but definitely worth. Okay, my next thing, jump bow. Also have this too. Unfortunately not in black yet, but maybe one day. And wool pressing mat. You talked about wool pressing mat. I think this was on all our lists. So this is a small one. And I do have this size. And why do you do wool pressing mat? And it's important that's wool, 100% wool and felted, so it's very, very dense. And when you're pressing, this is like pressing on both sides. So you're gonna have flatter seams, and it's also absorbent of all the moisture too. So if you're like me and you're a steam hog, very helpful. So apparently you can't score cheese. Yes, you can. Done it. But yeah. Oh, my next favorite thing, 10D. Oh, right. Mike, this is on my list. Super huge, super expensive, but yeah, it would cover my whole ironing board. And my mom always sewed with wool on hers, and she did all types of sewing, so I know the value of that is there for sewing and quilting. My next favorite foot is the 10 foot. Mine is a 10D, whether you need a 10C or 10D, and it has the edge for top stitching. So when you're doing things like this on the mask, that's how I get it nice and straight. It's not my steady hand. Love this foot. And Linda just got hers, and she said she loves it too. Okay, purple thing. This is on both, oh, there it is. Both Krista and mine list. It's actually kind of like a stiletto on the end there, but I use it more for this end for pressing seams open when they make me. So I just hold this like this along the seam, and it really helps. So that's what I use my purple thing for. And then cleaning brushes. Love all cleaning brushes, and I think you should find the one that you like the most, but I actually have a few. So in this kit, there came few different ones. There's a cloth to clean your touch screens, and then it has one of these, which I like for the top part, but I love this on my bobbin case because it's nice and flat and runs along the bottom and gets any threads in there. So find your favorite and then use it. That's very important to use it. Okay. I also use this one too. This is my overall last part. I just, you know, even underneath my sewing arm, I just get away all that debris. And then this one too, I know people love these, and they're just little tiny cleaning brushes too. So whatever helps you to keep your machine clean is good. Find your favorite. Okay. Best press, love it, yes. So yes, I do have this, and then I have the refill, and I don't share it. Why? Why would I share? I use it. Yep. It just makes pressing nice and flat. And actually I learned this from Deb too, is when you're cutting a bias, you want to spray this on before you cut it. So when you're ironing, just give it a nice little spray and then cut your bias. And that's going to protect it from stretching too. So yeah, best press is good. Henkel scissors. I love these so much. I have 2 sets. And now I can't find any, but here they are. So they nice little pack, but they're just such a nice, sharp, nice size. So I keep one by my machine, and then also one on my cutting table. So I have them handy all the time. 20-inch square. I too love this, and it is the best for pillows. And I'm kind of a pillow queen. I think they're nice little projects to do. Like when I was doing the triangle one, I use it to trim the pillow. Not often do I make a pillow more than 20 and a half. And very rarely do I make it smaller, but that one is smaller. But 20 and a half is my go-to size, so this ruler is perfect. Yeah. Yeah, so super like that. Friction pens. I don't use them for marking when I quilt. I use them more for my cutting lines when I do half square triangles. And it has so many different colors. It's wonderful. So whatever color is going to work on it. Yep, purple, green, red. Yeah, they're just great pens. So, yeah. My next thing is my Bernina 790 that Deb and I both got one a couple Christmases ago now. Love it. Not really a stocking stuffer though, is it? Krista's favorite things. Purple thing that we talked about. She also loves the cone holder that Deb showed you too. And this base is super heavy, so it's not gonna wobble or go anywhere when you're sewing like a speed demon. Do slow down. Better to sew slow. Long tweezers. They are here somewhere. right in here, aren't they? Oh, right there in front of me. So these, I actually always use tweezers for threading my serger. But when I got my 790, I actually started using it to clean out all the debris when I took off my stitch plate. So they're just easy. It gets in there and picks all the clumps away. And then I can use my brush just to get all the little fine debris. But the little big clumps, little big, this works great. So nice long tweezers. Also good for your serger, but Krista also likes the Strapology rulers. I do have the regular size one that's now being replaced, but I also have the mini and the squared, so I'm pretty well set. But I'm one of those people that after 3 cuts, mine seem to go somewhere that I didn't plan, so this stops it. I can do all my strips for my binding, 10 strips of binding, just using the one Strapology ruler, so it's really great. And they're straight now. Also clean brush set. Krista loves this too. And she also loves the wool pressing mat. And the spray bottles, yes. And I think we brought one here. Just want to show you because it's not just a spray bottle like squirt, squirt, squirt. It actually, like, if you're, see how long it is? Nice, eh? Yeah. So that's super nice. Now I have wet hair. I thought it's important to show you that though. She loves the Bernina 97D foot, and interesting enough, Krista uses a guide, and it comes with the 97D foot. So if you were someone that liked the 57 with the guide, and then you went to the wider stitch 9mm, and so now the 97 foot is better, the guide on it actually works really well. So that does replace the 57 and allows for the bigger feed dogs, and it really does look slick. So she does actually use it with the guide, so that's really nice. She loves these labels. I do too. Actually, I put all labels on all my quilts, so you'll see them in the corner. I actually, on the back of them, I write my name and the year, and then I just stick it on the front. We have a bunch more coming. They're coming from Australia, so, you know, with things going, but we have a whole bunch more coming. So they're just fun. Yep. Yeah, a little more uniqueness to them than other tags. And then straw needles. She loves straw needles, so do I. And this is actually one of the things that Deb actually shared with me too. So these straw needles are come in a pack of 25 needles, so this is going to last you a long time. But they are long but flexible, so they're super nice for doing binding. And it's not like a hand quilt, so binding's my thing. And then Krista also likes the Henkel scissors. Yay! So I think we covered it, eh, Deb?
I think so.
Yep. I know Deb uses this book too, and I think this is a great little stocking stuffer. We have a bunch of these books too for different things. This is one of the newer ones too, but yeah, just a little information, relatively inexpensive. Oh, I forgot. Store and Go. This is a great stocking stuffer too. $3.97, and I like it because it actually protects my rotary cutter. So if I'm traveling, or I just put it in with my other rotary cutters, they're not banging up against it, and they come in different colors. So with my purple one, I have purple. With my pink rotary cutter, I have a pink, and with my turquoise, I have a turquoise one. Yes, I have that many rotary cutters. I don't have a green cutter yet. Okay, so I just want to go over our Huckleberry's Christmas wish list. So when we send out this video, we'll send this out to you as a PDF file. So you can actually fill it out and bring it in to us, or you can email it to us, or you can just email us stuff that you would like to put on this list. This list gives your friends or family 20% off any items on here. No, not on the 790, but certainly on the Stash and Store. So 20% off any items on here purchased before or on December 23rd. And once you fill it out, you don't get to see it again, because we do mark off things that have been purchased so that they're not double purchased. So you do not get to see this again. Fill it out, take a snapshot of it, keep a copy, whatever you like, and we'll keep it on hand here for all your little elves to come in. Okay. Merry Christmas. Thanks.